Alright, so pre-analysis for Victor, and it's good for me right now. So I drove a couple points, the highest point to this lowest point, but since I've been watching this pair for a very long time, this definitely is not the owner time frame, because they have been hold. I have a hole right here, and there's an area to hold. No, actually, this is the hole. This is a hole, and then the P and a S. It failed. So actually, this is I could able to move the upward time from there. But I'm still reading all of this. All this overall, the bottom we have some volume on the bottom, which indicate that the buyer could be possible to go back here to shoot up. But instead of that, there's a big holding over here, and definitely we're not in. Well, this is daily. Yeah, this is daily. This definitely could be weekly on the higher time frame or the monthly. For that part, I'm really going to really struggle on it, but now I had to learn to pre-analysis first. So in order for me to understand what can I do right now, not right now, the next following Monday. Can this possible of this seller could challenge them to move back down from here? And the Monday is very crucial. I want to see some red over here so I could take some over here on counter trade. On counter trade, I'm keep myself in mind that go smaller trade, go smaller size from there. And this is very tough for me, and I have to remind myself, if you go on counter trade, just small size. I know I feel sometimes I feel confident. Oh, I know this, but it doesn't work. It doesn't work for me like that. Unless I have enough practice, I could able to do it. But in general standard, should go small size. Okay, so definitely it's not this, but first of all, let me read all this on this seller. This definitely I had no buyer come in, but it came down, and all of a sudden it came really strong over here on the daily. If I just stick with the daily, I want a better discount because of that. But the problem is they came really strong and ignored this part. But hopefully they don't ignore this part because they have a volume over here. Let's see what's the volume coming in. Like certain this part or this part right here. And I was ready for something to sell right here, but then instead they move stronger. They move stronger. I said, okay, good for me. At least I know this time frame to left and right here to over here. I also want to counter trend too, because no way they can go all the way into the top, and due to the reason why I need a better price. So if I need a better price, let me do some business, to do smaller business to do that. So in order to do that, I went to a higher time frame to see the reason why they should be better price to go down. And now I know there is a buyer, because the reason why there is a buyer, which is I'm coaching myself, is they came this discount for all of us to come all the way down. It quite strong, but not like strong as crazy, because they have one candle, two candle, and the last candle was so low of the price. And all of this, this is huge, because this is huge holding, and this definitely is from the monthly, because it did went up to a higher time frame to do that. And that's so they kill this buyer and also kill that buyer, also that buyer. But going through that, I don't have to go through all like one by one anymore, because it's just going too much detail from there. I love to be in detail, but I guess this buyer react from that price. This price, which is this buyer is quite to be alive, but the problem is like yeah, there is some volume in there, yeah. But then I was hoping there's not hoping, I mean like showing some here, because originally this is going to be a trap right here. I think this should be okay for the buyer to come back up, and that's all. That's all. The buyer came in, and I'm going to implement that do so, which is if it was doing counter trend and it's from the daily, I wait for something. So on the monthly, it was great. It was great, but where's my volume like from this buyer? And it's kind of hard for me to sink in. Say there's no volume here. Why they have volume from the seller? A little bit. So on there, it's very easy to see it. Like there's a hole, and the hole kind of break it, and the monthly actually push up, and then they have a hole right here, and that hole indicate I would have done some trade there, but now I'm learning to cut back down because I am learning pay for more information, so I have less fear to trade on it. And especially as a higher time frame, I want to understand as full the higher time frame where they want to go to before I go to a lower time frame to hit that part, to hit a trade from there. So that being said, so okay, now wow, there's a buyer from without a volume. I can see there's a buyer consumed so much from that price, and I can see they're very desperate. There's no, for me, I had no fulfill because I don't know where this thing gonna go. And I fulfill from the weekly. Weekly, I can tell this is a holding part right here. And do so, there's a big holding part from the monthly. Hold this, then you could buy up from there. But I'm not sure if they're gonna go back up. And if they did something here, I definitely, okay, this is a buy. I'm going to for the buy. So that was preparing. But if they fail something here, then I go for a little small size to go to for a sell all the way to here, a little bit here, or they do a range, then I'm prepared for that, for the range. If they do a range, I'm not doing any trading there. Then I will know when I fail from there. Well, I will know. Yeah. Okay. So they were holding it and then shoot back up, shoot back down, and then this right there. Okay, get more discount, and the discount came back up. From there, all right, there's a buyer. There's a buyer now. I'm waiting for a hole. I'm waiting for some hole right here so it will show up, or the dash eagle came back in and get back up again. So due to that, I like where I'm at right now, which is I'm still going for the buy, which is very very good. So they broke here. For sure, I'm going to buy from this area. And now I'm looking at how much does it break. It break pretty strong, quite strong. But how come it's low volume from once this go to the top, and more volume on the bottom, and something telling me they possibly could go back down, but I don't know how they gonna go back down until I had to see more. I had to see more. I have to see more. That's what my question. And would this seller challenge them to try? Because this seller tried but failed. They fail, then must be in this area. Is very important. to shoot back up to this area. But depend on the volume depend on the volume, how is the seller gonna go? Because the seller from here to here to here, they're pretty strong, and the seller right here pretty strong by telling us as a volume in it. So not hoping it, I want to see more, to pay for more information, so I can go with my timing when I could trade this to go back up. Not like before, like, oh, let's go up and now let's trade, and then trade and then go down, like what the heck is happening for my trade, what was going on. So that's the plan or pre-analysis that I want. So that's all. It now is the daily. Okay, what can I do from here? If I was seller, if there's anything I can do. I see the 4 hour. Okay, the 4 hour is not, I cannot tell it's ready yet, right? But if I want to go to the last at least, it's 1 hour. I cannot go no more lower. And I'm reading this. Okay, buyer is pretty strong, still strong. That's telling me that, okay, then I want to see more. What can they do? That's telling me I need to be patient. I need to be patient if you want to do counter trend. And 1 hour, that to go down and try again. Let them try. If they fail, boom, then perfect. I could go to do something counter trend from there. I believe, I could feel that there's not gonna be a Monday, maybe a Tuesday or Wednesday. But if that break from here, then I do the next pre-analysis, because purposely I want to do counter trend from that for that area. That is the plan. That is a plan I wanted to do. Then I'm aware for this guy. I'm let this guy try again, and definitely it could take something here, try here, and that's it. And or try again. Yeah, that's what I'm going to do. That's why I need to see more from here. Yeah, I will see more from here, because I need that buyer to try again in order for me to counter trend and go for the ride for furthermore discount from here to here, and monitoring it when how this is gonna go. That is my pre-analysis for today, and I'm looking forward to this on Monday, how I can trade this. And for that, so if they really doing this and break it, and depend how they break it too. And I'm looking at this for the buyer to try again, and I might take this on the 5 minutes. If the 5 minute doing it, then I forgot my drawing. I don't need this anymore. I know where to go. On the 5 minutes, yeah, the 5 minute thing I had to show up was see what kind of future heading, how it's gonna play out. Yeah, that's it. That is it. My pre-analysis.